Greetings and welcome to StabloidNews. Today we are breaking down the exciting new trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. We'll be looking at some of the tasty Easter eggs, sneaky hidden messages, and also indulging in a few theories. I won't leave you all shell-shocked. Let's flip right into it. We begin with a melodic, slow version of the original 1987 theme song, kinda like a lullaby for baby turtles. Nickelodeon turned that Splat logo green like ooze, which is like their old-style logo before the rebranding, but maybe they're bringing it back. The style of animation is very experimental, like Spider-Verse or the Mitchells vs. the Machines, and the recent Puss in Boots. Also very reminiscent of the art style from Eastman and Laird's in the original comic books. Seth Rogen's company is working on this and has adapted hit comic properties to TV such as Invincible and The Boys. Well, that's just rude. We have the song Can I Kick It by Tribe Called Quest playing all throughout the clip. We get our first look at the Turtles playing real-life Fruit Ninja and recording it on a phone instead of playing it. Raph is wielding a katana, but he still has his twin Sai on the side, and I love seeing the old-school letters on their belts just like the original TV show and toy line. On Donatello's bow staff, we can see a Goju sticker and a Sailor Moon star. Now that's a crossover I'd like to see. And it also looks like a little Krang on his phone, then a cute little T-Rex and a pizza sticker on Mikey's nunchucks. This teen version of Michelangelo now has braces, which some people chuck the sads about, but seriously, he has a bro that can make cannons that shoot sewer lids. I'm sure he could wire him up. Donatello has all the tech on, a phone, headphones, and just to push the tech geek aspect, they added glasses, much like the Bay version. Leonardo's swords are named Rules and Consequences, much like Deadpool's katanas are called Bay and Arthur after the Golden Girl. Raphael's missing a tooth, which is a nice touch, showing us that he's the more risky and rebellious one. Act before you think. His headband is also more like the Michael Bay iteration of his character, worn like a do-rag style rather than a band mask. Leo seems to be the serious one, sitting in the background while the others goof around. Remember, rules and consequences. As soon as something happens, he is the first to show concern, as if he knew their tomfoolery would lead to something bad, and he wants to make it right. That is why Leo will become the leader, and they will end up respecting him much more. Right here it seems they probably just think he's a lame-o, a total buzzkill dude. When the Turtles shoot out the sewer, it's just like the start of the original Ninja Turtles opening theme. Splinter's design looks like he has a damn mullet. Or, as I believe, perhaps this is a flashback to when he is training the baby turtles we see later. So, this is a young Master Splinter, before something bad happens, as there is a Splinter action figure with glasses on, which could mean that he has been blinded, or just become blind with old age. He is also sporting his purpley maroon type clothes like the original cartoon or the TMNT movie version. They quite obviously use junk to furnish the sewers, as it is lit by Christmas lights, and they have an old payphone for ordering pizza, which is a callback to the 1990s movie.
And I mean no anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble, okay?
I can't let you know.
This is all before Donnie had a cell phone, of course. Then Raph busts in and runs into some thugs. They are thugly. And they look at the Turtles and say, they look like little Shreks. Which I'm pretty sure is a reference to the Michael Bay Turtles. When everyone first saw the design, they were like, what the beep? They look like Shrek from Wish.com. The thug on the left has a dragon head on his shirt, which could be a reference to the purple dragons. Ooh. As Wiki said, they're trying to build a good reputation by taking on a notorious crime syndicate, and they soon get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. Suddenly, a red car circles Mikey and Donnie in the same garage, which it seems is driven by Bebop and Rocksteady. They step out with Bebop wearing his traditional red and white shoes, purple visor, spiky wristbands, and turtle shell shoulder pads. Oh, that's just awful. These designs are actually quite odd, kinda surrealist, but I think I'll get used to it. He's holding a boombox, and I swear if somebody doesn't say, "Duh, who turned the lights out?" at some point, I'ma lose my shit. Rocksteady is again a bit odd, and is it just me, or does he have some movies? Those chesticles. Also, is he wasted? I bet Bebop is as well under those glasses. Then we have turtle babies. Radical. Steady practice in their martial arts, and Donnie seems to already be a stick boy. He was the best for cheating in the NES game. If you know, you know. Portable toilet says Sal's on the side. Sal Commander? Maybe not. Over to the car chase with the cops after an ice cream truck, which is probably the boys escaping after being blamed for a crime they just stopped. Launching over the police blockade, it's almost definitely going to become the Turtle Wagon. This part is probably their first actual fight. Raph slips on something and he drops his twin sai. One hits the gas tank and the other ricochets around the room and Dunny gets shanked. Leo's gonna chunder, Mikey is confused, and then here comes the gas bottle. Pow! The big Laird sign is a shout out to one of the original creators, Peter Laird, and for some reason the I is not lit, so it says Lard. He's not the skinniest bloke, so rude. And crude. Give me a break. Michelangelo is a party dude. Also, Gus is graffitied here, and Garson. Maybe Easter eggs? Ooh, lard again. Looks like April O'Neil is going to be a teenager, so I'm guessing a YouTube journalist or a podcaster instead of the traditional adult news reporter. They have made her more true to the original April from the Mirage comic books, just way younger. Kind of like the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles version, which I don't know. I feel it would probably play a mother figure better than a young friend. Either way, she's going to help the turtles come out their shell. Get it? Then they can be embraced as heroes, not mutant freaks, just through a few heroic acts. I wonder if she'll have a cameraman or editor Vernon in this movie. In the background, we have some graffiti, which could be an evil rat, the Rat King, or a dragon head. Again, maybe the purple dragons are the gang crime syndicate of this current world, and when they defeat the leader, Shredder will take over. But also, in this other shot, it looks like a hand and a glowing light, which could be a callback to the radioactive mutagen origins from the original comics, which was actually the same goo as in the Daredevil comics.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like, it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze.
Yeah, okay, ooze.
It's nice, right?
In the original Daredevil, the enemy gang was called the Hand, and that's why Laird and Eastman called their clan the Foot. Lastly, we have all the cast displayed, which was announced a bit before, but I'll rattle them off for those who may have missed it. Raphael is played by Brady Noon from Good Boys, or you may know him as Greg from the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. Michelangelo is Shaman Brown Jr. from The Chi, which I'd never heard of until today. Donatello is Micah Abbey from Nickelodeon's Cousins for Life or Netflix's Meet the Voxels. Leonardo is Nicholas Cantu, who does voices on The Amazing World of Gumball and Dragon Rescue Rangers. Then we have Splinter, who is voiced by the amazing Jackie Chan, who you may know from everything, but probably most from the Rush Hour trilogy, or Monkey from Kung Fu Panda. Ayo Edebiri from Big Mouth is playing the younger April O'Neil. Rocksteady, played by wrestler and peacemaker John Cena. Never saw that coming. Oh! Bebop is from Seth Rogen, who also voiced another famous warthog in the Lion King live-action remake. Ray Fillet is done by Post Malone, an American rapper and singer with many, many hits. Rose Byrne from Bad Neighbors and Bridesmaids playing a gender-swapped or neutral Leatherhead. Giancarlo Esposito is playing yet another bad dude, Baxter Stockman, who probably starts all this mayhem looking at all this toxic imagery. You know him from Breaking Bad and Mandalorian. He usually mutates into a fly or makes evil tech, so it'll be interesting to see where they take this. Speaking of flies, Superfly, played by rapper and actor Ice Cube. Possibly a new character or different take on the Baxter origin. Natasha Demetrio is playing yet another bat, as she also does a vampire in What We Do in the Shadows. Hey, maybe that's Superfly. Nah, that's screw loose. I wonder if they're in this. Paul Rudd, who we all know as Ant-Man, is now a gecko. A Mando gecko. And those beads look a little sus, going from O to O. Playing Genghis Frog is comedian and movie and TV star Hannibal Buress, one part of the punk duo, both named after crazy mofos from history. And to finish it off, Maya Rudolph. No, not another Rudolph. She is playing Cynthia Utrom, who is most likely part of the alien race that is usually responsible for creating the TCRI mutagen, part of the same species as Krang. My theory is having the name Cynthia is a play on words, and Baxter and her will combine to make Utrom's Shredder. Probably in a later movie, but I have a feeling Baxter may be the new Shredder.
I don't like where this is going.
But hey, that's just a theory. Well, that's all we have for today. Please like and subscribe, and if we missed anything, let us know in the sewers below. We love hearing from yous, and unlike STIs, I can't catch them all. I've been the Infomaniac, you've been amazing company, and remember, stay wicked.